know, I guess we'll get into the first topic. I'm going to try to start to do banners for main topics.
Yeah.
Okay. Is the Ma Kent and Pa Kent casting good? And I'm going to give my take first, and then we'll go around. I think this is some of the best casting he's done, because if you notice the thumbnail, James Gunn stunt. I think this is the first one that a lot of people were questioning. And I know this actor, and I know this lady actress too, but I can't really place them because they're really good character actors from what I remember in the past. And all I'm saying is get your tissues ready. I feel like this is going to be a very strong Ma and Pa Kent, and they're going to pull on your heartstrings. They're very, I think they'll really go for the more, also some of the Ma and Pa Kent in the past have been very recognizable actors and actresses. You're gonna get attached to these people. And I feel it's got that same energy as the Sam Raimi trilogy with Uncle Ben and Aunt May. I really feel like that, because if you think about, there's been castings of Aunt May afterwards, and including Hot May from the Spider-Man No Way Home trilogy.
Yes, Marissa Tomei.
And but there was not, to me personally, there was not any better Aunt May than the Sam Raimi trilogy. She was just pitch perfect along with Uncle Ben. And I'm getting similar vibes there. I think the Ma Kent might be a little bit stronger, but I also feel like you're not going to, this is just my prediction for Superman Legacy 2 or the second part of it. Pa Kent's not going to last past the second movie. It's going to be a big stumbling block. It's going to be a big stumbling block for Clark.
Thank you.
Of course, when Clark is in this version, he may be already at the Daily Planet, right?
Yeah, it's be established.
He's already
working Superman. Yeah.
So I know there's many versions of Clark in Ma and Pa Kent, but as far as I know, a lot of times once he's already at the Daily Planet in Superman, Pa Kent is not long for this earth.
Animated series is different though. Animated series, he's alive.
I know and I want to try to handle this respectfully, because the actor does have like an eye twitching thing, but there's also some really strong acting he gets through his facial expressions, and it's going to tear your heart out. I'm telling you right now, I think this is a very strong casting choice.
I didn't know that was a thing, that he had an eye twitching thing. He did that. I remember him from The Cell. He had
maybe he does it for acting. I don't know.
Yeah, well, he did it in The Cell, and I thought it was so memorable because he's like trying to think, and then he does this eye thing, and I was like, oh, that's a really cool. And I always remembered him for that. That's
the other thing that's a strength with James Gunn is his casting choices. Is his brother is also a character actor, so they know the community of character actors that are always there, always deliver strong performances, and I feel like these two are going to be some of the best Ma and Pa Kent. And some of the strongest since the Christopher Reeves, even though I don't want it to go like that. I'll be honest with you. I think this is a stronger casting choice than Cornsweat, because even though I like Cornsweat, it's like so similar to Henry Cavill for me, where this is really different. Like, I also think the stronger casting for me is Lois with what's her name from Miss Maisel,
Rachel Bullshit.
Because it's been a while since we had a really strong Lois. No shade to Amy. Amy, what's her name?
She looks like Lois too.
Amy,
she kind of looks like Lois.
But we need a really good. I mean, Superman and Lois, the TV show. I know Talati and Bruce have told me that show's really good. They have a really strong Clark and Lois. But on film, we haven't had a really good Lois. So that's my opinions, but I'd love to hear you all. And I'm going to put a poll in the chat if you think Superman's supporting actor cast has always been better than the main actors. Okay.
Because they always cast like not so well-known actors.
So who wants to go first? Raise your claw. Okay, Claudia. I was talking about Perp. I thought Perp was going to go ahead, Claudia.
So here's my thing with this, right? Pa Kent, obviously, he's actually been in a DC film before, which was Constantine. Fun fact for you guys. So it's in his first go around in a DC project. Now it's interesting that the actor who's playing Pa Kent has been in the project with David Cornswet before, so it's going to be really interesting to see that dynamic again in a DC film. Now, here's what I believe. No, no, Lucifer. By the way, no, I don't agree with that comment. Anyway, in regards to Ma and Pa Kent, I think Pa Kent, the last time Pa and Ma Kent will actually stay alive was actually in the Adventures of Superman, Lois and Clark, and Superman the animated series. Those were the two, I believe, two television shows where they actually kept Ma and Pa Kent alive. Now Ma Kent, obviously, I've never seen her before. This is the first time I've actually heard her name, so she's an unknown actor. But I don't mind that. I don't mind the fact that Ma Kent is, you know, is an unknown actor. And, it's not a well-known actor. Pa Kent, he can say he is a known actor, but not well known. Like like how Kevin Costner was. Like Kevin Costner was a well-known actor. So, but here's the thing. Here's what I don't understand. I don't understand why James Gunn hasn't confirmed this yet. Maybe he's saving it till tomorrow, maybe, or later today, because I'm in the future.
I don't mean to interrupt you, but yes, right on, RJ. The way we are now, we just want to focus on positive stuff now, not bring stuff from other streams. Everyone's allowed their opinion. That's all.
Please don't bring anything from other streams.
That's all.
That should be
okay. That's all. That's all. Continue, Talati, unless someone else wants to go.
Yeah.
I'll finish up with this. If James Gunn finishes revealing his casting, because this is the first time James Gunn has it.
That's a good question, and this would be a perfect clip out. I think he still has to announce the casting. Well, for Crypto, but beyond that,
the dog.
It's Charlie.
Beyond that, his Kryptonian father.
Oh,
yeah,
it's Kibble.
Jerome.
Sometimes movies when in production, they don't announce the cast until like the filming is done. Like Marvel does it all the time.
That is true. Yeah.
I think can I go?
Yeah, I do want to. I want to throw one point in there before you go.
Go ahead.
Because we do know there was a lot of Fortress of Solitude, so Jarrell's going to be a given. They have to cast it.
We saw set pictures 2 months ago when James Gunn was on set, the filming Fortress of Solitude and stuff like that. Yeah.
Tom Cruise.
Hell no, that would be too expensive. They're not giving him $25 million.
They can.
Okay.
I mean, they can if they wanted to, but they're not doing it.
So I personally love Pruitt. I love this idea. I think he's going to absolutely slay, especially if they give him good lines to tug at the heartstrings and really feel a dad loving his son, right? And I think James Gunn is going to do beautifully with that. Look what he did with freaking Star-Lord and the grandfather, right? Like that.
Do you think he's going to survive past a few movies, though?
I don't care. I don't care.
No, I don't. I mean, if it helps the story, it helps the story. It's
sure, whatever. I don't know. I don't. I mean, I think James Gunn to be I think to be different. I think he actually might. I think he might be different.
Thank you.
I think he's going to go. I think he's going to go towards that. The authenticity of Uncle Ben and Aunt May from the Raimi. They were so strong, those characters, and they haven't been as strong as they were since then.
No,
for me personally.
This guy Pruitt, he's in this horror film called The Devil's Candy, and he is amazing in that movie. And so he does he has starring roles in like indie movies, horror films, stuff like that. This isn't like the biggest role, obviously. But I think this is a big deal for him career-wise, because if he gets those lines and he delivers that performance, he's going to get major work after this, and he's going to be a star in like a show or something. And that's what I want from him. I'm actually rooting for this guy.
Me too.
I love Pruitt Taylor. Yeah.
All right. Anyone else want to go? Anthony. Aaron, go ahead.
I agree with both you, Perp and Max. He should survive the first movie because in the first Superman movie, 1978, 1977, whenever it came out, the father dies. Man of Steel, the father dies. The first, right, in the reboot, right, dies. Don't do it a third time in the first movie, okay? When you introduce a reboot, don't do it.
It's very possible, but I think you'll get to the second,
Yeah.
and then the second's gonna be like a similar tone of Spider-Man 2, one of the best superhero movies of all time, where he like Peter was challenged there and losing his uncle and what it means to be what it means to be Spider-Man after his first success in Superman Legacy and whatever happens after that, Superman 2. I'm thinking he's gonna have to deal with that.
But I think with Amazing Spider-Man, what they did better job was actually like I like the first Aunt May from the first movie, from the first Spider-Man. But I think in Amazing Spider-Man, they did a little better relationship between Ben and Peter because they went more depth.
Well,
yeah, like with Martin Sheen, I think there was more depth to that relationship because Martin Sheen was in that movie for at least 20 minutes, maybe longer than the other Ben. No, right? And but yeah, I just don't do this a third time in the first Superman movie. Wait till the second.
Well, it depends on the context.
Yeah.
Honestly, we want enough Ma and Pa Kent, but if they give you enough in the first one and it makes sense at the end of the film, are you going to disagree with it just because you want your expectation what you want, Aaron? I think you'll go with it if it's a good acting.
Also, like you said, like Perp said, I don't know much about this actor, but I know Perp, the way he describes him, I check his filmography. He's been in a lot of stuff. And usually actors that have been in a lot of stuff are actually usually better actors than I would say most of the Hollywood people out there that we know. Okay? Right?
Yeah.
Like, it's true. It's true.
Yeah, Max called it when he said he's a character actor. That's why he's so great.
Character actors are some of the
strongest. Yeah,
they are the strongest actors out there.
And they're the hardest to make a living out of this job too.
They may not get offered 20, 25 million, 15 million a role, but they do much. They do harder work on the roles they do, man. They and that's why they do different bunch of characters. And
is there a log line for this movie?
Not yet.
That could determine whether we know he's going to survive. Because I think there's a lot of heroes. There's a lot of stuff, a lot of world building already.
We're already.
So I think to lose the father in the first movie would kind of take away from a lot of stuff that they have to build, including the heroes. And it's like kind of a side quest of a thing. It's like, hey, by the way, your dad died. He has to go back to Smallville, do the funeral stuff. It affects him, and then he has to go deal with Hawkgirl later. Like it's like, you know what I'm saying? Also, like I don't see it happening. But then
his father is a moral guidance too, right? Like it's his father. His father is what? It's the moral guidance, like the human father, right? It's the moral guidance to what makes Clark Superman. Yes, his biological father does have an effect on that. That these humans, for humanity, wants hope for humanity, but it's his human father that installs the moral mindset into Clark and what is right. Right, and I think this is keep it for a second movie. I mean, look, he dies of heart attack. Like the most famous way he dies is a heart attack, right? Eventually,
he mostly.
A lot of other storylines.
I don't know much.
A lot of the storylines, mostly they die from a heart attack. Even
I don't know much. I don't know much about the female actress for Ma Kent.
Ma Kent.
She, you know what? I thought for a second on the thumbnail, Max, that was the same actress for a second.
from Raimi's, I thought she just looked like her. Like,
well, thank you, Aaron. I want to get to the rest of the people.
My thoughts on it. I like it. I think it's good. I enjoy. I like the actor. He's been in Constantine's, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and
yes, I remember that. Yes.
Yeah, and other stuff. So. Yeah, I like it, and so I can't wait to see what he does. If he does that in the first film, so sure, but I think he's gonna make it past. I think in the second one makes sense. So he'd be alive, and then he dies and passes away, and then show Clark and stuff like that. Obviously, Mom Kent would be alive. So yeah, I like both casting. Not bad. If I would rate it, I'll give it a A. Yeah.
Okay. Oh, you're giving a rating. Okay. All right. And RJ's been waiting patiently, and then we'll get to the poll in the chat. Go ahead, RJ.
Gotti, that's a terrible movie.
He's not even there.
It's fine.
Oh.
I mean, I don't know either of their bodies of work, so it's really hard to be like, "Oh my
You're
god,
not excited
wow,
or
God, these
upset by
amazing actor." I will say I like the Ma Kent casting a bit more.
Yeah,
I saw
me too.
I saw a Twitter video of her talking. She looks and sounds like a little old lady who lives on a farm.
Yes.
Like she looks like
like
she
I
looks
saw
like
that
a-
video
like
that she likes
like, she
books.
looks like the
Yeah,
kind
that
of
was
person who
dope.
would bake you like a
What
like
a
a-
time.
Yeah, she looks the kind of person who'd bake you a bunch of cookies and just like, you know. So I don't know, it's fine.
All right. Let me see here. And then Joe in the chat says, we saw Jonathan die in Donner and Snyder post-crisis in the comics. Jonathan didn't die. Let him live. It's something we haven't seen in a movie yet.
That's probably.
He could live.
I figured that's
if-
James
if-
Gunn's thought
if
process as
James
well.
wants
trying to
that,
be different.
sure.
Mhm.
If he stay alive if they do 3 movies, I don't mind it.
Yeah,
Hey,
they're
dude,
both
sure.
like Midwestern farmers. They're perfect.
Yeah,
I don't know if Brian saw the casting or not, or if you looked at the thumbnail, Brian.
I saw cool.
Pocket goal.
He's
Concise and to the point.
he's on
Thank
the
you,
moon.
Brian.
He's on
Woo!
the moon.
Well,
All right,
what do you
let me
want to
bring.
say? Like, I mean, we're debating over whether or not he should die in the movie. Like,
No. We're not,
No.
that's the
I'm
point of the conversation.
you missed
I
the
come
other
into.
part. I like.
There's no
stuff-
debate. He lives.
The best thing in all superhero movies was that original, this Raimi trilogy with Uncle Ben and Aunt May. They were such strong characters. And what? Okay, go ahead.
Richard Donner's Superman, the original Pa Kent.
No, I'm not saying it's not. I'm saying
What about
since
him?
Well, I'm just saying you're telling me that the Aunt May one was or the Uncle Ben one was better.
I mean,
Are
the
you high or
Smallville
something,
father.
man?
No. I'm
Are you
saying
out
the
of your
first. I'm
mind?
saying we haven't had a really exceptionally strong Ma and Pa Kent since then.
I mean,
know.
if
Whoa! Why are you
Smallville.
knocking? Why are you knocking? You are
Why
my
are you
son.
knocking?
Why are you hating?
Why
on
are you
Snyder,
knocking? You
buddy?
are my son. That was a great scene in Man of Steel.
No, I like the Man of Steel. It was good, but
I like that thing. That
I
was
think the
great.
strength of Man of Steel was like the stuff on Krypton first, and then the battle between Zod. Like we didn't really get a lot of Ma and Pa Kent in that.
The IHOP product placement.
Yeah, so
I mean,
I
if the
really
first
enjoyed
Pa
them.
Kent dies-
I really enjoyed Kevin Costner as Pa Kent.
Yeah, he was good.
But
I like him. Yeah, for what
It
he
You
was.
are
wasn't
my
on the
son.
level. Yeah, it wasn't on the level of like the other versions, though. To me,
Yeah.
I think he does
Well,
better
the
as,
thing is, though, if this
John
version of Pa
Dutton.
Kent dies, and like he dies of a heart attack, it'll be pretty believable. So
Yeah.
What? No, what?
what's
You guys are jerks.
I don't know.
That's
Anyone
not-
got
that's not a
any?
bad
To be
thing.
fair, any
Believable.
many man or woman dying of a heart attack is believable. Unfortunately,
Well, actually,
He's
how
at the
about
gym
this?
right now. He's
because
gonna
heart
buff up
disease is
Pa
real,
Kent.
and no,
No,
also
I actually
hard
have a
farmer
question.
farmers they that every day. So
What? So wait, what if they subvert expectations a little bit? Because this has happened in the comics too.
Mhm.
What if it's Martha Kent that dies, and not Jonathan Kent?
Show
Mm.
based.
That is a
That's-
possibility.
That is an
That is-
amazing
I
take.
would
That
say
That would be the.
That
That
is
would be
the
the.
That poor little old
That would
lady's
be
gonna
interesting.
die.
Yeah, that lady's gonna die because you loved her already with just her talking, RJ.
So
She's
something.
gone.
So something. So
That would be
something like.
interesting if it happens.
She's gone.
So RJ, something like taken out of the New 52,
gotta say
maybe, or
Call that lady gone in 60 seconds.
maybe Earth 1, if that's what you're trying to say, in terms of Mom Parker and dying.
I will not. stand
Yeah,
the
that's
slander.
happened before. Well, there's been some where they both die.
Yeah.
So it just
a lot of
depends what
times
they do.
that loss has shaped Superman's after he puts on the cape.
I mean,
He usually deals with something like a personal thing like
No,
that.
that'll still be a side quest. I don't know.
I mean, they could both be dead, and these are
Here,
flash.
here is the poll.
That's true.
So 72% of the chat, 18 votes, thinks it's a good casting. Only 28% think it's bad. And that poll is ended.
Yeah,
Those
now that
guys
I
are
think
really
about it, what
holding
he
on.
did with Guardians 3 and everyone's praise of it, he's gonna kill someone and it's gonna make it sad.
Oh yeah, James Gunn is not shy from
Someone's gonna
doing
die.
those
Someone's
epic
gonna die.
storylines.
Now that I think every single
Yeah.
one of his movies are even Slither was a freaking
Imagine
tragedy.
Superman dies in the first movie.
No.